Hey everybody, this is Drake. Wow. Wow. It's 4th of July. I decided to record a few things. Looking for a new name for the channel. Bone has suggested Drake and Bone Reacts. If you guys get time to listen or check out things and let us know what you think, that'd be great too. Comment below. I'm a big fan of The Cure. And they haven't put a lot of new music out in the last 10 years or so. And I'm checking out the song All I Ever Am. And it's a lyric video. I don't really think I need the lyric video, but I hear it was the one that popped up as their new track. So I wanted to check out their new track. So this is The Cure, All I Ever Am. I am a big fan. I've seen them multiple times in concert. I like them. Have not heard this track yet. So if you like The Cure and have anything to say about it, comment below. If you want to see us check out. If you want me to play some stuff for Bone, I'm not sure if he'd really get into The Cure, but we'll see. Or Scrappy. Anyway, here we go. This is The Cure, All I Ever Am. Well, it's still basic. It sounds like The Cure. I mean, you got that nice guitar riff going in there. You got some keyboards and synthesizer stuff. They've always been kind of a really varied band on styles and instruments, which is something I like. I know if you watch my channel, I talk a lot about heavy stuff. I like a lot of heavy stuff. But there are other things I like. I like a lot of... I'm like all over the place, so I'm going to keep going. Wow, that's pretty cool. I like the way Robert. So if you don't know, the lead singer of The Cure is Robert Smith, and I like the way that he puts together his lyrics because he sets this. The intro music is just gets you kind of in the mood, and then when the vocals kick in and he's talking about that, it's like talking about memories that are misremembered. Man, I was talking to somebody recently about a relationship. And how, you have this fond memory of things in the past and you've kind of like shuttered out like the negative aspects. And then when you go and revisit those situations, or if you see the person again or whatever, sometimes shatters the memory that you had because we're all different people now and we're not the same that we were. And it's really hard to go back to an earlier time in your life and recapture that moment. Sometimes it's better just to move on. But our hearts and our minds and our memories kind of hang on to these thoughts and emotions and feelings that we liked, and we cling to these thoughts of a different time. I might be all in my own head right now, but anyway. Misremember, hope pursuit. The way love turn out every time. It's never quite enough. That's the truth. If I just empty out all my mind and memories of all those things I hoped for before and then move on with a clean slate. If we could do that, man, your life would be so much easier. I was talking to somebody the other day about they were having some issue with somebody. And I said, you never really know somebody until you know somebody. You can spend years with somebody and everything is wonderful. And then one day you wake up and they're a totally different person. Or you butt your heads together with each other over issues and you can't ever understand why. Some people, there's like different types of people and how they deal with issues. Some will keep it all inside and then blow up and be mad and angry about it. Some will write letters and never send them and express all these things in these letters. And for them, they've got it off their chest. They feel great about it. And then they can't understand why on the other end, these other people aren't operating the same way, because in their mind, they've already said what they had to say and they've got it off their chest, but this person is still in the dark because they don't know. So all these different factors and pieces that go into life and memories and relationships, whether it's romantic or just friends and work relationships and everything else. And we're very complicated people, complicated beings. That's a better way to put it. We're very complicated beings, and sometimes we get so caught up in our own minds that we lose touch with what was, and we create something to keep us sane. And as we have to face reality, sometimes it's not exactly what it was. Anyway, I'm babbling now. I'm going to back that up. This is the most replayed part of the song. Go figure. I like the lyrics. I like this track. All I Ever Am. This is very cool. Go. And if you haven't heard The Cure and you want to hear The Cure, post below. I will do some Cure reactions of some of my most liked Cure tracks. But anyway, let's go.
If I just stop and empty out my mind of all the ghosts and all the dreams, all I hope to and believe, but all I ever am is somehow never quite all I am now.
There was a face in that, like right in, anyway, it was right in the middle of the screen. I'm going to back it up a little bit because it looks like a girl or somebody's face at the bottom of that rock. Right there. You see the mountain, eyes, nose, and lips, and this big headpiece. I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
Every time, let me be
Okay, that was pretty cool. I could talk about a lot of the subject matter in that for a very long time, because it's like you're talking about your thoughts, your memories, and feelings, and how things never quite turn out the way you want them to. And if you could just flush these memories from your mind and start over and start fresh. The problem is when you flush all that out, you don't have you don't have what you learned from the mistakes you made, or the problems, or what didn't work, or what did work. So moving forward, we're all damaged in some form or another, but we have to find a way to kind of work through it, and not let the negative parts of what we did affect what we do moving forward. You have to stay open, honest. Honest is important. If you can't be honest with the people you're friends with and associating with, you're lying to yourself, first of all. But this is All I Ever Am, the lyric video by The Cure. It's a new track of theirs. I really like it. It's pretty cool. I wonder what else they have new out. I know they were putting an album out, I think, so we'll look out for that. If you guys know about any of the new stuff, let me know behind at the bottom. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I do these things solo. I do this with two other people. One mainly, his name is Bone, a buddy of mine, and another friend of mine, he goes by Scrappy. So I started the channel about 2 years ago with a longtime friend and partner, Gypsy, and she has moved on and doing other things. So if you go back at the early channel, the quality of the videos were less, so some of them are choppy, but there's some pretty entertaining ones back there, so check it out. Let me know what you think. Thanks for being here. Catch you on the next video.